What's up guys, my name is Tim Bryan, welcome to AskMen, and today I'm going to break down 3 of the biggest fashion mistakes that are a huge turnoff to a girl. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about are ill-fitting suits and pants. You want to make sure that your pants at the bottom aren't like super bunchy and baggy. You want to experiment with some slimmer fitting pants. You don't have to go and buy a pair of skinny jeans, but you want to have something that is just tapered at the bottom and not bunched up and just looks put together overall. On the other end of the spectrum that I was talking about with a suit, you don't want a suit that you're swimming in, you want a slimmer fitting suit. Alright guys, so the second fashion deal breaker in my opinion are outdated sneakers or trainers. You guys know those old dad sneakers, those big bulky New Balances. You don't want to be pairing those with casual outfits that just looks kind of whack. You want to elevate your sneaker game, get something a little more clean and crisp. A lot of these brands have updated their classic sneaker to look a lot more clean and streamlined, but specifically I think it's really easy to add a monochromatic sneaker into any outfit. You could even dress down a suit with a clean monochromatic sneaker. So specifically I was talking about the bulky old New Balances that you've seen probably everywhere, but they have updated. They have the New Balance 420s, which are a lot more of a clean silhouette. Alright guys, so the last thing that I'm going to talk about that is a fashion deal breaker is overly gelled hair. I think you just have to put a little more effort into understanding your hair type and what works best for your hair. For me, personally, I have pretty coarse, wavy hair, so I do put a little bit of extra effort and have learned how to tame my hair with a product. I like to use a matte product. Getting away from hair products for a second, you want to just make sure you're having a clean, crisp haircut that you're keeping up with like every other week. I think a really good place to start that would look good pretty much on any guy is a tapered gentleman's cut where you kind of have almost a buzzed gradient effect up to the top with a little more length. But yeah, so just keeping your hair well groomed and just putting a little bit of extra effort goes a long way and people notice that. Alright guys, so those are 3 fashion and grooming deal breakers that I think are unattractive to women, and if you put a little more extra effort, you will be shocked on how well received you will be just by taking notes from what I was talking about and applying them to your life. I hope you learned something from this. And thank you so much for watching AskMen. You can check out my channel, which is linked down below, and some of the things that we were talking about. I'll add some items in the description box so you can kind of pull from that. Also, make sure to stay tuned for more fashion and grooming videos with me and AskMen. I have some. We can throw those in the description box as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.